Andrew Jackson is the seventh president of the United States from 1929 to 1937. Andrew Jackson is the United States military current figure and is the 17th president of the United States. The first president is also the hero of the Battle of the New Orleans. He is also one of the founders of the Democratic Party. He is in the history of the United States. With him, Andrew Jackson is also an ideal of the early American public, and the Jackson Democrat is also known because he is first successful through public, but he is also a president who does not rely on the public to give power. So Andrew Jackson was a lot of the converters at the time of the president. All for the Indians relapsed policy, and he had not reward and education. And at the age of 13, he joined the Continental Army as a manager in the American War of the Independence. He served a brace of prisoners. Andrew Jackson was the last person to participate in the War of the Independence when he was the President of the United States and the only president to become President of the world, but he also died in the war. His style of the control the whole country is totally bad, because he let all his friends have the right and he also to control all the rights and also to abolish all the former president of the rule. In March 1829, U.S. President Andrew Jackson began to replace the federal government officials and his supporters as the France known as the sports system and the sports system in 1832 by the United States. But Andrew Jackson said the remedy, the factors and also to increment another to draw to have democracy and the bravery system castle the United States the most corrupt period of the politics. Until 1833 was the end of the Plantation Act, and he also took the United States after United States to withdraw the second bank of the Federal Reserve, and Andrew Jackson another serious contact due the presidency was the crisis of the refusal to comply with the federal regulation between 1828 and 1832 and was called the Sessions Crisis, a relative impact, and the pressing had that through from the north of the country and foster the South to bad had a process from that the South public figures trust conclusion that the had derived of the South agriculture to suppressing that the North industry and in 1828 the country was come out of the table. Federal government tariff act of the 1828 and the very word was one of the land that helped the interests of the state. Jackson is very supporting this to the South Carolina in the tariff dispute and also strong supports the federal leadership of the power of the central government. So Andrew Jackson has served as President of the United States. He began to let all his friends have the right and also have out of right to abolish the fulfillment precedent of the rules, and also abolished a lot of things in accordance with his own idea to do. Until Jackson moved the Indians, and a lot of the violence happened in the immigration because not the president. Jackson is still the most controversial over from him India policy. Jackson ruled out from the Indians, and in 1830 he also sent the India Solutions Act, which became a law, but contrary to ideas of another, because this solution law didn't not decide to let any one of the Indians live, but to accurate the president and the Indian tribe to by the Tammuz, and to become the eastern tribe of all the land to its chains was the already. There is a dissident land outside the state, and the execution of the bill in the South United States is very popular, with everyone welcome and recall with team. And the population in the place began to grow, and found in the rich land of God everywhere the increases in the demand from the tribes, pursues Georgic and the Rock family in the justification of the ongoing conflict. In the 1813 to 18, in the course of the workers' day, Georgia the Supreme crossroads that George was not flew to exercise state law on the land of the Lodi. The Hill Jackson president style is the accord and bet for U.S. development. He made so many decisions to the U.S. Holt Jackson president style is collude and bet from U.S. development. He made so some decisions to the U.S.